Q&A on CII.
The idea of crowdfunding and whether or not I can invest in this kind of scheme is what our listener wants to know about, Mufti Sahib.
Crowdfunding refers to the provision of small amounts of capital to fund businesses from retail investors in a venture capital style. And there are three different forms of crowdfunding. The first is the altruist form of crowdfunding, or in other words, crowdfunding that is used to fund projects for the greater good of humanity without the intention of any profit making. Secondly, is crowdfunding that is done on the basis of equity partnership, where investors or retail investors invest on an equity basis into a venture capital structure or partnership, and they receive an equity stake in that business or that venture capital project. Thirdly is crowdfunding for dividend or profit taking, and this could be in the form of dividends or in the form of fixed income via peer-to-peer loans. In general, conventional crowdfunding, especially the second and third concepts and forms which I have just enumerated in terms of the equity form and the dividend or fixed income form, would be impermissible from a Sharia perspective. The Sharia compliant alternative to crowdfunding is musharaka, mudaraba, where one party provides the capital and the other party provides the management expertise and the sweat or the management expertise. Or both the parties provide capital, and from a Sharia compliance perspective, the underlying terms and conditions of those contracts need to be Sharia compliant. There needs to be a regular Sharia audits that are conducted. We as Muslims need to also be progressive, and we need to consider these options in terms of local grassroots mechanisms of funding concepts, funding ideas, etc. Far too often, we have a project, we simply go to a conventional bank and seek a loan. Why can't we create grassroots level crowdfunding structures like this, where the community can fund projects, we can all be united, and we can move forward? And there are various examples of this in our own country. We know of the Stockfell concept. Why can't we have a Sharia compliant Stockfell or crowdfunding concept for our Muslim brothers and sisters? Now imagine when we look at the looting and the public violence that occurred, many of our Muslim brothers and sisters lost their businesses. They lost their entire livelihoods. Now, what support mechanisms and structure do we have as a Muslim community to support them? If we had a Waqf fund, if we had a Sharia compliant crowdfunding vehicle, etc., it would make it much easier for the community to assist each other in such situations.
Q&A on CII.